GT machine motor disassembly and reassembly. Think safety first. Prior to performing any work, make sure that any and all necessary safety procedures have been followed and the elevator has been taken out of service. Follow any and all necessary electrical safety requirements when working with and around electricity, and make sure proper PPE is worn. When hoisting equipment, ensure that proper lifting equipment and safe lifting practices are followed. For these demonstrations, the Hollister Whitney GT31 overhead geared traction machine is used. Be sure to make sure all electrical connections are disconnected from the motor and encoder, and the motor is properly and safely supported prior to removing the motor. First, remove the 8 bolts that secure the motor adapter plate to the machine. It may be beneficial to remove the bottom bolts first, leaving the top bolts till last, to take any cantilevered load. Once all the mounting bolts have been removed, the motor can be pulled away from the machine. Be sure to pull the motor away from the machine straight and level as the coupler disengages. Once the motor is removed, be sure to note the location of the flexible component of the connection, as it could remain in either the motor or worm half of the flexible coupling assembly. Prior to reinstalling the motor, reference the manual for a lubricant to be applied to the flexible part of the coupling. Then make sure the flexible part of the coupling is inserted in the brake drum. Ensure that the motor adapter plate OD and the machine mounting flange are clean of any debris. Bring the motor in straight and level. Make sure the coupling is properly lined up as the motor is brought up to the flange. Install the 8 motor mounting bolts. It may be beneficial to install the top bolts first. In some instances, it may be necessary to adjust the coupler half position on the motor. To do this, manually rotate the motor utilizing the manual brake release until the socket head cap screw on the coupler half is lined up with one of the access holes on the motor mounting flange, to be able to access the socket head cap screw with an Allen wrench. Loosen the socket head cap screw and move the motor coupler half towards the brake drum until it touches the flexible member of the coupling. Verify the motor coupler half clears the motor adapter plate and retighten the socket head cap screw. With the motor installed, the electrical connections can once again be reconnected if applicable. Thank you for your interest in Hollister Whitney GT Series geared traction elevator machine. If you have additional questions, please contact Hollister Whitney at the information listed on your screen. Be sure to reference the support section of our website for the latest manuals and technical information.